Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. So, there was a couple of things that was interesting in this otherwise dry episode. And one of the things I want to sit there and talk about is Sasha asking Michael for money. Now, she wasn't doing it for herself, she was sitting there doing it for Cody. And Michael was like, yo, listen, if it was you, I got you. Cody, I don't know like that. So, I just don't feel comfortable sitting there giving money to a man that I barely know. Not to sit there and say, I don't like him or anything like that. Like, he seemed like he does fine in the stables and stuff, but, just understand where I'm coming from. And she does. And, she feels kind of awkward for asking him it in the first place. But there's a couple reasons why what she did was out of pocket. And the blatant obvious one, besides the fact that, yo, that's your employer, like, you don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just some things you don't do. It's just not kosher. But how are you going to sit there and ask this man for money when you know what his wife is doing behind his back, and yet you still have the audacity to ask this man for money for whatever the reason is just completely out of pocket? And I'm like, wow, you really? Like, I cannot be the only person that looked at that scene and was just like, yeah, this is wrong on so many levels. But Tracy comes in there, and Tracy gives her a hard reality check. And as snobbish as it sounds, when she was like, you have to know your place, what it really comes down to, you way too comfortable. You are way too comfortable to be sitting there asking, not just the fact that, Michael's in a relationship and you're his ex and you're sitting there trying to hit him up for money, and that's just a whole another level of like, you shouldn't be doing that. But just the simple fact that you're not a guest here. Well, this is job. Like, this is, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we like you and, you're great with food and everything like that, but, we ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't on the same level. And she pretty much makes it clear, like, if you do this again, you're gonna find a job somewhere else. Now, she tells her the reason why she did it, and Cody, and why, she felt like Cody didn't want to ask her and everything like that. And that's all good and well. But that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a separate side thing. What she did was just, yeah. So she sat there and, she had to sit there and deal with that house. She had to deal with that head. You know? Plus, also, she kept talking about it was an investment, but he doesn't have a business plan. So, even if Michael was willing to do it, you think he's willing to sit there and give Cody money as an investment, and he doesn't even actually have a business plan, like, a way to pay him back and stuff like that? Like, I get her was in the right place. A little common sense in that situation would have went a long way. Now, in the beginning when Holly and Felicia talked, I was pretty much just uninterested in the whole thing. But as time went on in this conversation, because, usually it's Felicia sitting there being a dingbat and kind of pushing Holly towards Robert, acting like he doesn't sit there and have a girlfriend or anything like that, which, again, is still just completely out of pocket. It just is. It really, really is. But specifically, they were talking about Mac and Cody and Sasha and everything like that. And I started noticing that she got very uneasy, you know? And she even ordered like another drink and stuff like that. And they really kept talking about the relationship and how she was a model. And then she decided to be a cook and, just all the different transitions. And one of the things she said was, so let me get this straight. She left her job being a model so she could be a cook to get close to a man. And I kind of was just like, okay, I mean, yeah, I can see how that's a little, like, why are you sitting there dumping your whole career to sit there and follow this man or whatever? I see how that looks, but why does that bother you so much? So, while Sasha's sitting there just, realizing just how bad of an F up she actually did, she gets a ring in the doorbell, and it's Holly. And she's like, what are you doing here, mother? And I'm like, wait, wait. I don't know about much about Holly. I came into the show watching it in the year 2000. So all the Holly fans and stuff that happened before, I know nothing about. I don't know who she's been with or anything like that. I know nothing. I know not that much about her past. Now you find out that Holly and Sasha are mother and daughter. Wow, didn't see that coming. Hmm. I guess in some ways DC has a point. It is nice to sit there and be surprised and not know everything that's going to wind up happening before it happens. Because see what he's talking about on certain levels. Um, Matt comes in there and asks Diane to leave, and Diane already has something else to do. And Mac once again tells Robert to stay away from Holly. He has a good thing going with Diane. Don't get sucked back up in the Holly and whatever shenanigans and stuff that she got going on. And he really emphasizes it. And I'm like, the first time, okay, fine, I get where you're going. You love your brother and everything like that. This is day two. This is over 20 minutes of a lecture. At some point, you're going to have to sit there and let this man be his own man and make his own F up. You know? You sat there and say, hey, you know what? Listen, I did my brotherly duty. I tried. But now it's just like, bro, you doing too much. Okay, you're doing too much. Um, so Terry tells Sam that you're a match and everything, and Sam is kind of, she's strong. She's also like, listen, if I knew, then I wish I would have known sooner. We would have saved all this time and everything like that. And Terry's like, whoa. We don't know if you could donate though. You are a match, but we don't know if you could donate though. So let's just, take it one step at a time. And Terry's like, I need you, one part I need you to sit there and think about this. The problem is Lulu doesn't have a lot of time. And I know some people could be like, well, just do it. But the thing is, Sam does have kids, right? And as much of a selfless act as she's there doing, part of her does need to sit there and think about this because she does have kids, you know? And there are risks that comes with that type of surgery, not just for Lulu, but also for Sam as well. But, Sam being Sam is like, hey, listen, let's do it. Just don't tell Dante because I don't want to give his hopes up. So, it wasn't a problem for, Terry. Or, yeah, Terry. Now while that's going on, Dante wants answers. Dante's like, what wound up happening? And Portia is asking, like, what will wind up happening? And Isaiah's like, there was, the machine just turned off or whatever, like it just stopped working. So I had to sit there and act quickly. And Portia, at one point I was wondering, like, how was Portia going to sit there and take it? And Portia pretty much just like, yo, listen, I'm glad it went right. Because if it would have went wrong, you don't work here. Like, that could have been a serious problem for the hospital. And that's very true. Okay, that's very true. I'm not gonna sit there and knock her for her saying that because that's very true. She does thank him. She doesn't go hard on him or anything like that. But of course, part of me is like, you know what else is a serious problem for the hospital? You know what else is a serious problem for the hospital? Because you know who else knows? Brad knows. Now Dante is like he wants no answers, but they kind of just like Portia's like, yo, listen, or Liz's like, I'll sit there and tell you after it's over. Portia and also Jordan comes in. Jordan's like, so I heard that you what's going on or whatever. Like you stepped in and you saved Lulu's life and stuff. And it wasn't really a private conversation. Like it wasn't like one of those things where it was like she walked in on an official case or whatever. But I guess part of me was just like, I know it sounds kind of messed up. Part of me was just like, I don't remember them actually inviting you into this conversation. Like, I like you, girl, I do, but you just kind of walking in like, so you say someone's life. I was like, and why are you in this conversation again? Anyway, Dante's sitting there waiting. So after Liz and Portia are sitting there talking about trying to contact the people that the vendors or whatever, because it's like, yo, listen, you giving us faulty stuff. Like, we got a problem. Somebody almost died because this machine just went out. Another problem with that is that the only person that was in that room at the time was Isaiah. Isaiah was the only person in that room, and Portia did sit there and say this was brand new. So how did this just happen? And I'm not saying that it can't happen, but she also was the only person in that room. So, like, just saying, we don't know you. I mean, I know the other RJ from One Life to Live. Dude was kind of shady. I don't know if they're related or anything. It's kind of be a missed opportunity if that's not the case. But anyway, long story short, Dante snapped at Liz like, "How come you didn't tell me soon?" And Liz kind of had to sit there and put him in check. Like, "Yo, listen, I will sit there and get to you in one moment. I have to do this. This is how it's gonna work, and you're just gonna have to sit down with it." And she doesn't take offense to it. He does apologize, but hospital, stress. She's used to it. It's just another Wednesday for her at this point. Um, Isaiah asks Jordan out. They're on their little date. Isaiah sits there and talks about how how his passion for saving lives and being a transplant guy, whatever. But he doesn't sit there and tell her why he stopped. She talked a little about her career. Um, what else? That's about it. And then long story short, towards the end, I guess Sam did her second round of tests or whatever, and then told Dante that, she's a match for Lulu, so she could save Lulu's life. Let me see if I missed anything else. I totally did miss something else. Jason, Brendan, and Anna. So Brendan sets up this meeting with Jason and Anna and tells both of them that the pilot that took all of them back got killed, most likely by Sitwell. And they talked about the plane being like rummaged through, like people was sitting there searching for stuff. So he asked Jason and Anna like what are they doing and stuff, and then they get to Holly and realize that they didn't have eyes on Holly, so Holly's whereabouts are unaccounted for. Then they also realize that most likely Holly will be a target for Sitwell. He comes to Port Charles or whatever. He's clearly trying to look for something that wasn't on that plane. So he's like, yo, listen, just watch it back or whatever. I wonder if this romance between Jason and Anna is actually going to go somewhere. Because it's like, Anna was like, well, it's kind of a one time thing, but I don't feel like it's a one time thing. I hope it's not a one time thing. That's what I hope for. I hope it's not a one time thing. Um. Anyway, I feel like that's about it. She still got to get rid of those diamonds though. So she is definitely going to be a target. Now, if I missed anything, which I feel like I did, either write it in the comment section or come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll talk about all the shows during our hospital days of our lives, Bold and Beautiful and Young and Restless, because got thoughts on all of them. Got thoughts on each one of them. And I'm ready to cook. I didn't get a chance to do it yesterday because I had to wake up at an ungodly hour in the morning today. But yeah, I'm ready to cook tonight. So whatever we don't sit there, whatever you don't sit there, we don't sit there and saying here, come to the live stream tonight. We'll sit there and talk the rest of the stuff there and anything that I missed, and as well as the other three shows. I'll sit there and see you in the next video and hopefully live stream.